Yes, when you hear that tune in the background, just know that the telescope is on. And this is Ahimbisibwe Rodgers with the telescope this Sunday at Are Uganda. This program is proudly sponsored by the Galaxy World. One man said that the telescope keep an eye on my only hope, lest I bring and get swept off the narrow road. So just keep on the telescope. Many more is coming your way. Bombardier were tested and went through a successful test. One man killed and 11 people injured in Minneapolis. We can see case again in Minneapolis. Tourists around in Spain, though warnings about the hygiene strictness. The World Bank approved the 256.54 million US millions aid to Uganda to improve the lives of refugees. And many more coming your way. So here we begin. All the 4 Ugandan Airlines aircraft have carried out successful test flights after being grounded for over 3 months due to the current coronavirus lockdown. On March 19th, Uganda Airlines halted its services over the coronavirus pandemic. According to the statement from the national carrier, read then that following the spread of the coronavirus pandemic and the control measures put in place by various countries to contain its spread, in compliance with health and safety guidelines, operational requirements and regulatory obligations, we wish to communicate changes to flight operations. Yes, however, on Friday, all the 4 CRJ 900 Bombardier aircraft carried out successful test flights, and this was confirmed by a video posted on Twitter by the Uganda Professional Pilots Association. 3 killed, 3 injured in UK park stabbing. Attacker goes on a stabbing rampage in a park filled with people in the southern city of Reading. This was according to the statement released by police in the UK. 3 people have been killed and 3 others seriously injured after a man went on a stabbing rampage in a park in the southern English city of Reading. Sams Valley police said that they had launched a murder investigation and were not treating Sunday's incident as terror related after making one arrest at the scene. Yes, in Spain, Spain has lifted its state of emergency, reopening its borders to visitors from most of the from Europe, and allowing British tourists, allowing in British tourists without having to quarantine. For 3 months, Spain has been under one of Europe's toughest lockdowns to stop the spread of coronavirus. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez warned that hygiene controls must be observed strictly despite the easing. Spain's COVID-19 death toll stands at stands at 28,322, the third highest in the European Union. The state of emergency was decreed on 14th May, and for several weeks people could not go out to exercise, and children were not allowed to leave their homes for any reason. Yes, one man dead, 11 people wounded in Minneapolis shooting. Minneapolis, one man is dead and 11 people suffered non-life-threatening wounds in a shooting in Minneapolis. Police said this early Sunday morning that 12 people have suffered gunshot wounds in an incident on 2,900 block of Hennepin. Now, one adult male died. 11 people have no life-threatening wounds. Yes. The name and the age of the deceased were not immediately released. And it was not clear whether anyone was taken into custody. So that is happening in the UK. An initial tweet from Minneapolis police advised the public to avoid the area in uptown Minneapolis, a commercial district that includes several bars and restaurants. Minnesota began allowing bars and restaurants to reopen with limited services on June 1st after some 6 weeks of closure because of the coronavirus pandemic. The World Bank approved $256.54 millions aid to Uganda to improve the lives of refugees and their host communities as the African nation deals with the economic impact of the COVID-19. Grants account for $156.92 millions of the aid, which targets bolstering access to basic services, creating jobs, and boosting the economic self-reliance of the refugees and communities hosting them. The Washington-based Lenders Uganda office said in a statement. Refugees include those from South Sudan, Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Eritrea, according to the government. Uganda provides shelter to about 1.4 million refugees and asylum seekers, making it Africa's largest refugee hosting country and the third biggest in the world, according to the statement. The aid follows the lenders' area assistance with $500 millions, mainly in grants to the East African country. This is the Telescope with me, Ahimbisibwe Rodgers, and it is proudly brought to you by the galaxy world. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was holding, this was yesterday, I think, was holding his final daily coronavirus briefing. Yes, so it was on Friday. He was holding his final daily coronavirus briefing on Friday, capping months of press conferences in which he gave updates 7 days a week on COVID-19 spread in the state, measures to fight it, and its consequent decline. He said on Saturday that he has a message for New Yorkers and people who have been watching. In his statement, he said that we accomplished what we set out to accomplish. We needed to get across that mountain. We needed to tame the beast. We needed to control the virus, and we did. That was according to the New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Twitter has slapped another label on a tweet by U.S. President Donald Trump, this time warning that a video he shared was doctored and escalating the social media company's crackdown on one of its most widely followed users. After Donald Trump tweeted the video late on Thursday, Twitter took the rare step of adding a warning that it was a manipulated media and linked to a page that said multiple journalists confirmed the clip was edited to make it look like a CNN broadcast. The video remains visible in Trump's timeline. This is the Telescope this Sunday, and we meet next Sunday. For today, thanks for listening. I love you all and wish you good luck. I remain Ahimbisibwe Rodgers with the Telescope every Sunday. Don't you go away. And on Saturday, we have the World Focus News. For more information, you can follow us at www.weareuganda.com.